As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Anna Smith is suing Zara Jenson in the amount of $1,650. Ms. Smith claims her former friend didn't object when she took in an unneutered stray cat and says Ms. Jensen bailed without notice and stuck her with the rent.
Ms. Smith, you are suing Ms. Jensen for $1,650 for a breach of contract, is that right?
That is correct.
Is she your landlord?
No, she's my former roommate.
Your roommate. Were we friends?
Yes.
How long have we been friends?
For about a decade. We met in high school.
A decade. And look at us. You're young. You met in high school. You were kids, and now you're in court. You should never move in with your friends. That's really the bad thing. When two people get together that used to be friends and they move in together or they go into business together, it's usually a problem. So whose idea was it to let's try to move in together?
Well, she did offer. She had an extra room because she was staying at her uncle's building.
And so you decided to take her up on the offer?
Yeah, after I found out that my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and I had to move out.
Right, okay. Oh, it was his apartment?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what do you have, a 2-bedroom apartment?
Yes.
And you told her, come on and live with me?
Yeah.
How much were you paying there?
Well, before her, I did have a roommate, so I was paying.
You did have a roommate?
I did, formerly.
Okay, and how much was your part of it?
$1,650.
That was your half of it?
Right.
And your roommate paid $1,650?
Yes, or I guess $1,470 was the rent, and
Okay.
then with utilities, it's about $1,650.
Okay, so you were willing to make that kind of payment?
For sure, yeah. I have a full-time job. I work remote as a graphic designer.
Okay, and how about you?
I'm currently unemployed.
Okay, what were you doing when you were employed?
I actually am kind of bounced in between jobs at the moment.
Right.
Kind of.
But did you ever have a stable job?
Not quite. I've just been on my savings account for a while now.
Well, that's got a lot of savings. That's $1,600 a month is a lot of savings. That's like, what, $20,000 a year almost?
I grew up fortunate.
Oh, okay. So you grew up with a silver spoon.
You could call
Sorta.
it that.
And you?
Yeah.
I did not. No, my parents are both teachers, so not a lot of money.
So no such thing. So your parents were helping you out then?
Right.
Is this a trust fund baby thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, don't be embarrassed. So we're moving together. We're all excited now, right?
Yes.
Any rules, any house rules that got set from the beginning?
It's kind of just, be respectful, clean up after each other, or
Right.
clean up after yourselves and everything.
So then how did it start going wrong?
I mean, it was probably about mid-July. There was
How
a
long
stray.
has she been living there?
She had been there for about a month.
About the first month she's there, what happened?
I had been feeding a stray cat for a couple months.
Right.
While I had been there, and I eventually decided that I felt like it was really hot out in LA, and I just, wanted the cat to have a place to stay. It felt responsible. It felt like I had the means to provide that.
Right.
So I told her that I was going to bring the cat in, and she seemed okay with it.
You were all right with the cat coming in?
Well, she was kind of just saying she kind of guilt tripped me. She was like, "Oh, do you like cats? Like this poor cat that I
Right.
was."
But you
it's
don't
a
like
stray."
cats?
I mean, I'm not allergic, so I can tolerate.
Right, but
cats.
you're not a cat person.
Yeah, and this cat wasn't spayed or in any good
But
condition.
you can do all that to the cat once you get it.
Yeah, but she did not.
Oh, you took in a cat that had not been spayed or
Right. I mean,
neutered?
it was a stray,
Right.
so it
yeah,
did not.
but you grab them and you take them to the vet and you get them neutered. I had a lot of stray cats.
I had been planning to make an appointment for him to be
Right.
spayed. Yeah.
Okay, because an unneutered cat does a lot of marking. So it started going a little sour already, 30 days in, and there's a new person living with us, a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Unneutered.
Yeah, and then also I started reaching out in August, hey, there was the yelling, the cat yelling, so
Right.
meowing or whatever,
Right.
and then you also get the litter box in the living room, so not
The
even
litter
her
box in the
bedroom.
living room?
The litter box is
Yeah.
in the living room because I wanted it to be accessible for him. I just feel like
Well, didn't he have the run of the house?
I'm not the run of the house, I would say, but if I put it, she had suggested multiple times that I put it in my room, but I
Right.
just feel like if I'm closing the door,
Right.
it's not accessible for him.
Right.
I want him to have space to run.
Right.
I want him to be able to
Right.
be a
Why
cat.
you didn't put him in your room?
I didn't put him in my room because I think my room's too small for a cat.
Right.
I mean, the apartment.
And then who puts a litter box in the living room of the house? Like the first thing somebody walks in smells a litter box in the living room?
Yeah.
She was claiming that she was cleaning it
And
every
she
day.
wasn't cleaning the litter. You weren't cleaning.
I was cleaning the litter box.
How often were you cleaning it?
Every single day.
Every day? She said she was cleaning the litter box every day.
Except when she was at her boyfriend's house, which became kind of a thing around the same
Okay, so
time.
now you got a boyfriend then?
Yes, but I'm coming back and cleaning it. It's not like I'm
you
leaving it
leave
for
your
days.
boyfriend's house every day to come back to your house to clean the cat litter?
Yes.
Did you ever have a cat before this?
I
Living
did not.
inside with you?
I did not.
Well, that was probably a problem right there if you never lived with a cat. A cat is a lot of indoor work.
Right.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
She was staying at her boyfriend's house for a while, and I just said, like, it's not fair. Like, I didn't want this cat, and now I feel like I'm the one that.
Oh, you were taking care of the cat now.
Yeah.
She was feeding him and
the cat.
everything. You know you could have just opened that front door.
And later,
They're mourning, we're going through the service, and then I see in the doorway this
Right.
misty,
Fall coming in.
yes.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Anna Smith, who is suing Zara Jenson for breach of contract.
Okay, so then how did we get here then? Because things got really ugly with this cat.
Well, yeah, there was the cat.
Okay,
and
then what else happened?
Well, basically, she was staying at her boyfriend's house for a while, and I just said, like, it's not fair. Like, I didn't want this cat, and now I feel like I'm the one that.
Oh,
has to
you were
take
taking
of.
care of the cat now.
Yeah.
She was feeding him
Feeding
and
the cat.
everything. You know you could have just opened that front door.
Yeah, but then like, I'd have to hear it crash out, and then like,
Right.
that was
Right,
like,
how'd you let him out?
Exactly.
Whatever. Did you ever get him neutered?
I did not.
How long? Now we've had the cat about 3 or 4 months and he's
yeah,
not neutered?
and like it was in October. I was still texting her, like,
Why are you texting her?
because I was just saying, hey, like Biscuit's been yowling a lot at night. I can't sleep. I can't do my job.
And she's not there.
Oh, well, she's just saying, like, oh, yeah, it's just the heat. It's, like, totally normal. I'll get the appointment soon.
But was she staying in there most of the time or she not staying with the boyfriend?
At this point, so basically, like, she was with the boyfriend a bit, and then I said, like, it's not fair, like, I can't be with the cat. And so then her solution was to bring the boyfriend to the apartment.
Okay, so now we got a second person.
Exactly.
Uninvited. By you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so did she ask you if it was okay if her boyfriend came?
Well, because it's always like, oh, like, he's just gonna crash here for the
Right,
night. Like, you know,
right.
Glendale's really far or whatever.
Right,
and
right.
then
it just got longer and longer.
Exactly, and then it was like
Saw
4 or
his
5
shoes
nights a
left
week.
around and everything. Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
She's feeding him, cooking for him and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, boys are
And
gross.
feeding her as well.
He smoked
sorry?
indoors.
He did what?
He smoked cigarettes indoors.
You
And
let-
weed.
You let him smoke cigarettes in your house?
Yes.
Girl, you should start running.
Yeah, well,
Which
you know,
30-day
I mean,
notice.
it just seems to me that this just was untenable. If
You're
it were
telling me, yeah.
Yeah, I am telling you. That a smoking boyfriend and a howling horny cat, that there's
Yeah.
a litter box in the living room.
I know.
That's a lot for anybody.
She's
to take.
leaving. See, but the thing is, I understand. I totally see where she's coming from.
Right.
She moved in with her boyfriend in a
Right.
very similar way.
Right.
Of
A smoking boyfriend?
being there.
Did you have a
here and
smoking
there
boyfriend?
more.
vaping, so like not as bad, but you know,
Right.
still clouds everywhere.
Right. So you let your boyfriend smoke in the house too?
Well, vaping's different. Like it's not.
Oh, it was vaping.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But your boyfriend is smoking cigarettes.
Correct.
Like with like with the ash and everything.
Right, right. Wow.
Yeah, but honestly, the turning point for me was when I caught him looking through my underwear drawer once, and when I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for a lighter."
And we've talked about that before, and I've told
What you
her
mean,
that
talked about what before?
the fact that was not appropriate of him.
Well, how
and
many times did he do this?
Once.
So how long was boyfriend around?
Like around like the summer, like towards the end of the summer.
Like how
and-
long? Weeks, months?
Months, yes.
How
Like,
many months you
I
think?
would say like 2, like three at most.
3 months. Cat's been around how long?
Since July, so almost like after, like so, like but there was like 1 month of like normal, like no other roommates.
Your first month was normal.
Yes.
And after that, it just all hell broke loose. You got the cat, you got the litter box, you got a smoking boyfriend. It might be a pervert because he's in your lingerie drawer.
Yes.
She
Why
had
are we
August,
here today?
September.
Why are we here?
Because she had August, September, October to give a 30-day notice. She had
What
3
30-day
months of
notice?
not being okay with the situation that I
Right.
think she could have given that 30-day notice we agreed to. I don't mind that she
Oh,
wants
you
to
mean
move
you
out.
had a verbal agreement that
We
she
had
was...
we had texted about it. So I have proof screenshots of this
Right.
agreement that we had had.
But you had said that I'm going to give you 30 days notice.
Well, there was so basically every time I would confronted her, like whether it was text or like face to face, she was just like, "Oh, you're overreacting. You're
Right.
just jealous because
Right.
I have a boyfriend and you
Right.
do not."
And every single one of those times she had the option to reply to that with, "This is my 30-day notice."
So tell me what was the last straw for you?
Oh, just maybe the fact that it looked like a dump every time, like the boyfriend was over.
You have
and-
pictures?
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on here.
Like, I don't know if like you'd want to sit on that couch. Like, I did not. And here's another one too. They left pizza for me once in a
They
box.
left what?
They left pizza for me once. It was like a few days old.
Oh, wow.
I did not eat it.
Right, but it was never like the house was left for this than much longer than like.
Okay, but you got food and stuff on the floor here.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
that
I mean,
particular
and
night
the
that she had
kitchen
taken that
is a
picture,
mess?
we
I said
had-
like we're gonna get mice, and she's like, "That's why I have the cat."
That was your answer to that?
it was a joke.
What was in writing with this breach of contract? Because you already got a problem because there's no signed agreement. Is there a signed agreement?
Well, she's on the lease. I'm not.
Okay, but is there a signed agreement?
I did not sign anything.
Okay, see, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
All matters involving property, real estate, must be in writing, signed by the parties. That is, the law goes back for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm ready to roll. I guess the friendship is over. Sad,
Yeah.
sad, over a man and a stray cat. You didn't have a cat when you offered her that she could stay there, and then you didn't treat the cat right.
I don't think that saying I treated the cat unfairly.
I'm
is
saying
a
you
fair
didn't give the
assumption.
cat a quality of life.
I think I
it doesn't
did.
sound like it. And you didn't give her a quality of life by having a litter box in the middle of the room and a howling cat at night and a boyfriend vaping all day long. No, smoking all day long.
Yeah,
And if that became an
Cigarette
issue in-
smoke, up all night,
Looking at
in
my
her
underwear.
drawers, going through her stuff.
If that became an issue in July, then I don't know how it wasn't mentioned
I'm
by
ready
August
to
or
rule. You know,
September
you can
or
go back and
October.
forth with me, but I'm going to win in the end. Because what happens is what I say. And I say judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Do not move in with your friends. Moral of the story.
Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to make about the case?
No, I do not.
You don't? Okay, thank you very much.
Coming up,
I have 2 associates helping in the practice.
Right.
They help me rush everybody out, and everyone's screaming, "What's going on? Oh my God!" They think there's a fire.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Margaret Ellis is suing Trevor Swanson in the amount of $930. Ms. Ellis claims the defendant delivered a fog machine to her funeral chapel instead of a humidifier, and says the thick mist caused chaos and a loss of business, and Mr. Swanson needs to pay up.
Miss Ellis, you're suing Mr. Swanson for negligence in the amount of $930.
Yes.
This has to do with something with a fog machine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so how do you know the defendant?
We work together. I rent equipment from him for my memorial service.
Okay, and now why did you need a fog machine? No, a
No.
dehumidifier. It says fog machine in the
Mishap.
paperwork.
Yes, it was a mishap. That's the whole. It's a
Okay.
really ridiculous
So
story.
you
I'll
thought
tell you.
you were
Yes.
renting a dehumidifier?
Correct, Your
Okay.
Honor.
And why did you need a dehumidifier?
So at the funeral home, it's been raining a lot, so the curtains were damp. So I was trying to get rid of any dampness from in the furniture in the chapel.
So you rented a dehumidifier?
Correct.
Do
but
you have a contract for that rental?
Yes,
Let
I
me see
do,
the
but I
contract for
didn't
the
get
rental.
actually get the dehumidifier at first. That's the whole mishap.
Okay, but I still want to see what's in the contract here. Because you sued him for negligence, not breach of contract, and it's a dehumidifier. So then what happens? Did they deliver that to you? You picked it up?
It was a whole mess. That same day, it was a really busy day at the funeral home. We had a rehearsal memorial in the chapel.
Okay. So how does she get this dehumidifier that you rent her?
I personally delivered it to her.
You delivered it. Was it in a box?
It was in a box.
Okay. Did it identify itself as a dehumidifier?
The box itself did not. We use a standard box,
Right.
so we reuse boxes a lot.
Okay, but I
so
mean, didn't you check what you were taking over to her?
I didn't. I checked the label.
Right.
I thought I delivered the dehumidifier.
Okay.
Coming up,
So what happened in this rehearsal?
So I calmly walk to the back, just kind of check out the lay of the land, and I see all this smoke. I don't know, I think it's smoke, like there's a
Right.
fire.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Margaret Ellis, who is suing Trevor Swanson for negligence.
What happened that led us here now?
Yes.
Because you got delivered a fog machine.
So
How about that?
Yeah, I didn't know so when I was in the memorial practice, my assistant, Jonathan, I'm sorry, he's not here, when I was in the practice, he was answering the phones.
Okay.
Box came.
Right.
He knew we're looking for the dehumidifier.
Right.
Grabbed the box, plugged it in, ran back into his office.
Okay.
Well, all this is meanwhile going on, and I see in the doorway this
Right.
misty
Fog coming in.
Yes. So I calmly walk to the back, just kind of check out the lay of the land, and I see all this smoke. I don't know. I think it's smoke. Like there's a
Right.
fire.
Right.
I have two associates helping in the practice.
Right.
They help me rush everybody out, and everyone's screaming, "What's going on? Oh my God!" They think there's a fire.
Right.
Then they also he'd accidentally delivered these other two boxes, and they had some sort of animal electronics in them. So these boxes are making like Halloween witch cackling and.
But you mean you're just hearing noises?
Yes.
How many?
It's out of a circus.
Wait, let me stop you.
Yes.
You delivered more than one box there?
Correct.
So you delivered what else there?
Essentially event props for this Halloween
For a
venue.
Halloween party.
Yep.
So these are noise-making things.
Correct.
You had an invoice that you wrote out.
Yep.
That you should have delivered one dehumidifier to this funeral home.
Absolutely. And when she contacted me about the mistake,
Right.
I came
So
to her.
I wanted to know, how did the practice end? How did this impact the practice?
Your Honor, it was like a circus. It was my funeral home became a haunted house.
A haunted house, I
It was
imagine. Right, dead bodies were
embarrassing.
there,
Yeah.
and then you got
It was a disembodied
smoke
arm
and-
was in the box. I opened, there's this shaky arm.
Really? One of those arms?
Yeah,
and
that's like
things?
Happy
Was
Halloween.
a skeleton in there?
We do good props.
I mean,
Okay.
they were mortified because
Yeah, but you don't know how to deliver them correctly.
That's correct.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
So why are we here? What's the $930 for?
that's the amount for cleaning. And then I had to have my assistants work overtime to help make phone calls,
So this
canceling.
is all about the cleanup.
Cleanup, extra work with my
Why don't you
support
think
team.
you owe her for this?
Because the instructions in the box were clearly labeled for a fog machine.
Right.
And I did come to her and I did offer.
What did you offer?
I offered $200.
You should have known what you would deliver. You should have known that you were delivering one box to that place, but you didn't. You delivered three.
Except for the fact
But
that
she did not have the same responsibility because she didn't bring it to you. You brought it to her. What about the cost of what you didn't get? How much was that?
I didn't. Well, that's not in there. I just put.
Well, that should be an additional $75 because you didn't get what you were supposed to get, right?
Right,
So
I appreciate that.
930 plus 75 is what? You know I can't add. Is that 1,005?
That's exactly what it is.
What? I got it right. It's 1,005.
Yes.
Judgment for the plaintiff in
Thank
the
you, Your
amount of
Honor.
$1,005. Good luck
Thank
to
you.
you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,005.
The judge made the right call. I'm really impressed. I knew she would, and I really appreciate it, and so do my clients.
It was an honest mistake, and it seems like an exorbitant amount of money for that mistake.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.